pops up in just a second. I hope it goes.
So I'll see you go live, right?
No, it'll be Lostwoods. Is that we're in the community. Yeah. I'll send you a link really quick. Jeez, that scared the crap out of me. That absolutely scared me. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Oh. Hello.
Hello. There we go. Make this bigger. Sorry. Alright, cool. Hi, Reaper! Reaper says hi. What up, guys?
And Tio.
Yeah.
Love it.
Hello, world. Hi. What up? Hi. Okay, cool. All right. Well, I guess we'll get started then. As we're getting, I'm sorry, there's a cat on my notes, so hold on a second. I'm sorry. Cool. Well, yeah, that won't work. What won't work? Oh, yeah.
Oh, because there's a period at the end.
Oh, what?
Oh.
Oh, you don't at. Just don't at. I don't think so, right? I don't know. Fine. Okay, cool. Anyways, hi guys. Welcome in to the Lostwoods community, our first podcast that we're doing. If there's anything wrong with the audio or anything at all, just let us know. We are doing this for the first time. So stuff might be wonky, stuff might be broken. If the music needs to be louder, if you can hear my fan, or anything like that, let me know. But we're just gonna be chilling. So today we're just gonna be talking about some things. Yeah, Reaper, I'll have you help me fix it. I'm sorry. Choco cake. Yeah, happy birthday. Cake. Happy birthday, Nooner.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Yeah, so we're just going to be talking today. So for our first podcast, what we're doing is we're just going to be chatting about mental health and gaming as a whole. So we're going to be going through a series of questions and things like that. But first, we just wanted to take a couple minutes and tell you guys a little bit about what the Lostwoods is and what we're trying to do. So this is, by the way, I'll introduce everybody. So hello, I'm Link. A lot of you guys know me from other stuff. And from the Lostwoods as well. I stream on Twitch. I'm a weirdo. I'm in a lot of communities. And we decided recently to found the Lostwoods, which I'll talk about as a whole in a minute after we're done introducing everybody. So next we have Auntie. Hello, Auntie.
Hello, I'm Auntie. I've also done some streaming, although I work full-time and in school full-time right now. Yeah, I just happened upon the Lostwoods, and I'm really excited for Link to tell more about it.
Yeah. And Auntie has recently taken on a role as like our program manager, which I'll talk about in a second as well. And then we've got Opal. Hello, Opal.
Hello. I'm also a very small time streamer, but bait maker for the most part.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. And then we've got Shrubs, which a lot of you know. Hello, Shrub.
Hi, I'm Shrubinessy. I'm a streamer on Twitch, and I know each and every one of these lovely people, and happy to be here.
Awesome. Cool. Well, anyways, like I said, this is our first podcast. We will only get better from here, I promise. But the Lostwoods. So the Lostwoods was founded in January. So we're a baby group. We didn't really do our first meetings or anything official until like the first or second week of February. We were founded after a series of personal things that happened in my life that have been going on in my life for quite a while. So a lot of you, sorry, there's a cat in a box next to me. But I have a lot of stuff going on in my personal life that made me kind of start asking questions about what resources people in the gaming community had, including personal experiences with some of my friends where we realized too late that some of the people in our friend group were hiding what was going on in their personal lives because they were scared that it would impact their spot in the squad, right? They were the funny guy, the happy guy all the time, the best friend. And secretly they were battling a lot of mental health issues and, drinking a lot and things like that. And they actually wound up passing away in their early 30s from drinking. And so personally, I struggle with bipolar depression and drinking as well. So it was just something that needed to kind of, I felt like, be brought up. So started asking some questions with some of my friends, and they were very honest and said, yeah, you know, a safe space for people to go to for free, to get resources, to do meetings, to do activities, to be open about what you have going on in your personal life without feeling like it's going to infect your dynamic in your group, right? We felt like it was important. So we decided to found the Lost Woods. So I you know, got a good group of amazing people together, and we architected it and built it and designed it and got it rolling. And now I have the best team, right, of people here to support and who are really passionate about trying to bring awareness and help to digitally connected people who tend to isolate and don't have a place to go to talk about their feelings openly, right? You know, and we wanted to create that environment. So we're doing that. We do meetings multiple times a week, but nobody is ever required to come to a meeting. That is not what we're here for. We're 100% voluntary. So if you join the Lost Woods and you just want to chill in the Lost Woods and look at the resources and message people every once in a while, pop into game, pop into do whatever, we're here for that too. But if you want to come to the meetings, the activities, the movie nights, the everything, like that's a resource that we have and are very proud of and work very hard on bringing to you guys and doing different topics multiple times a week and allowing you guys to work through things as a group and, you know, learn each other and share. So yeah, that's kind of what our aim is. Our aim is to change the world, right? And the way that mental health is looked at in gaming communities and accepted in gaming communities. So that was a tangent. I'm so sorry. Auntie, do you have anything to tack onto that?
No, I think you did a great job. I don't know if you emphasize though that this is peer support, peer led.
Yep.
I do have like therapy experience, but I am here solely as a peer support. So
gosh,
yeah.
that scared me. Oh, great. Thanks, Nanner. Thank you. Yeah. We are a non-clinical peer-to-peer support group. So the cool thing is anybody who's been in therapy, which I know some of us in this group have been in professional therapy and IOPs, right? Intensive outpatient programs and stuff like that. Sometimes you feel that clinicalness and you're scared to really be your crazy, raunchy, adult humor self. Right, in those environments, because you feel like you're going to get judged even more for, you know, dark adult humor or, you know, especially if you're going through like substance abuse stuff, right? You're trying to quit drinking or you're trying to quit meth, but you still smoke a blunt every once in a while to chill at night. Like they literally will tell you like you have to be 100% sober. Like no caffeine. That's the one that killed me when I went through IOP for alcohol. They were like, you can't even have energy drinks, and I was like, you're literally trying to kill me. Demon Maid. Hi, Demon Maid.
Hey, Demon Maid.
So yeah, like
I think a lot of us without caffeine are absolute demons. I just wanted to add that.
yes. Hey.
The irony of Demon Maid showing up right at that moment. I love it.
Yeah. So anyway, so we don't want to shame anybody for any of that. And a lot of those clinical environments we feel like can cause people inadvertently, they're trying to do the right thing. But sometimes it makes you shut down, right? Because you feel like you can't be yourself. You can't go like, dude, I had a couple gummies last night because my anxiety was through the roof. I couldn't settle down. So I took a couple gummies and zonked out, right? Like they'll be like, oh my God, you use substances? Like, and they're going to kind of shame you for that. We don't do that here. We understand. We're willing to help you. If you're having a hard time, if you relapsed and you just need someone to vibe with and chat with while you're coming down from a relapse, we're here for that too. We do that all the time. So that's kind of like the environment of the Lost Woods that we're trying to promote and to try and help people. So yeah. Anything else? Opal, do you have anything from experience dealing with our craziness so far?
Yeah.
No pressure.
Myself up, push this back here. Yeah. I've been in groups before. I've been in AA, and you know, I really enjoyed AA, Alcoholics Anonymous. I myself am almost 7 years sober now, and that's yeah. I mean, it's the group that we have is very similar to AA, but a lot more forgiving. Like you were saying, like it's a lot more compassionate rather than like follow our guidelines or you get kicked out, right?
Yeah, we're all humans, right? Even and the biggest thing that I think Auntie was saying earlier too about us being peer to peer, right? Is that like, dude, I'll be the first person to say like I need this group probably more than most of the people in the group. I am probably more jacked up than most of the people in the group, right? And I have bad days, I struggle, right? Like we all do. So we're all human here, and I think that's what makes us a little bit more forgiving. Is we're not going to throw stones when we literally all live in glass houses, like every single one of us. So we're very cognizant of that. But yeah, if you guys don't have anything else, you guys want to get started?
Oh,
Sure.
For sure. Okay, cool. So anyways, the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to talk through some stuff about gaming and mental health. It's very a close subject, I think, to everybody here, and hopefully everybody who pops into chat as well. But the thing is, we've all had personal good experiences, bad experiences, life-changing experiences from gaming. Hey, what up? Welcome in. So, yeah. Hello. So the first question I have for you guys, if you're ready, is what game has had the biggest impact on your mental health, good or bad? Anybody want to go first?
I'll go first.
All right, let's go.
Okay. Everybody knows me knows I absolutely love Fishing Planet.
Yes.
I have brain trauma, and I do comps. I'm get emotional. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. We're all here for it.
Reason I do so many comps is it works my brain, and I'm healing. My brain is actually healing by playing the game.
Good.
So I've come a long way in playing Fishing Planet. I don't have the stutter that I used to have. I don't rock as much as I used to when I first started playing the game. It's an amazing game for me, so I really appreciate it.
That's awesome. I know you've built a community too, completely around your time and your effort that you put into Fishing Planet. And I think that is the coolest thing for people like me, because I was one of the kind of, not an OG streamer for Fishing Planet, but I was one of the small squad before people started really getting into it. And to see, hey guys, to see someone like you come into the Fishing Planet community, the gaming community, right? And establish your community and just have such an impact on people, which I don't know if you do as much, but you do, right? The game may have had a huge impact on you, but you've had a huge impact on the community back, right? And I think that is something that, as someone who got to witness you grow and do that, is a really cool thing. So I think it's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd like to explicitly say thank you, because I wouldn't be a part of this community if it wasn't for you specifically, Shrub. So
you sent you remember you sent me to hound this guy down, remember? Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, Opal, what about you? What's a game that's had the biggest impact on your mental health, good or bad?
Good or bad? I want to talk about RuneScape. I've played a lot of RuneScape in my life, like a lot of RuneScape, and it's one of those games where it's like, yeah, it's been with me throughout, like, since I was like less than 12 years old. You know what I mean? I've been playing it forever and ever. But like, there's definitely been times where you're just sitting there clicking on a tree and you're just so depressed, you know what I mean? Like you just can't bring yourself out of that. But then like there's the opposite end of the scale. You get a 99, you get that level that you've been hunting for, you complete the quest that you've been hunting for, and there's just a massive dopamine release. It's like I've been playing this game for 15 years and like I'm actually finally making progress. Like, let's go. You know what I mean? But it's definitely like you run into a lot of people playing RuneScape. It's such a huge MMO with so many people playing it, but like there's a lot of lonely people playing it as well. You know what I mean? And I'm sure in the World of Warcraft community can relate to that a lot, where it's like a very very huge game that's so flooded with people that it feels isolating within itself, you know?
Totally.
Yeah, I don't know. I figured I'd give a little bit of a toss-up rather than a amazing game, you know, for me.
All right, Auntie, what about you?
So funny enough, it's Fortnite.
Okay.
And it was for the good. So I used to play like Pokemon and stuff like a lot of like Nintendo games and stuff, like on and off, never anything major. And it was, what was that, 3 years ago now? We went for Christmas to my family's place, and my little nephew was like begging me to play Fortnite. And I actually like the game. So then it turned into me buying a used Switch. And that was when I started my streaming, was through a Switch. Opal had gifted me a capture card, and then I had like this, like, I don't know if you remember, like the Microsoft Surface laptops. That was my first streaming setup, and I had a little USB charged microphone that would only last 45 minutes. So my longest stream was 45 minutes.
Oh yeah,
That's amazing. That is amazing. I love it.
But yeah, it sticks out because we had moved to a different province. I didn't know anyone. I was out of my element. And it was a connection for me because at the time I had reconnected with Opal's ex, one of my best friends. Long story there. But
good vibes, all good vibes.
Yes, it was good vibes. And we would all just like chill out and play Fortnite together, and it was like the best times.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Fortnite will always stick out to me. Like I play a plethora of other games now, but
that's so cool.
Not to mention all those hours playing with little, like, your nephew, right? So.
Yeah. We're supposed to be playing Minecraft now, so.
Cool. I think for me personally, I know that Opal already talked a little bit about like RuneScape, so I feel like MMOs are kind of like already covered. But WoW was the first time that I ever built a community and led a community outside of like my managerial career in life, right? And that was one of the coolest experiences ever, was climbing the ranks in WoW and starting a guild and being known on a server as that crazy drunken pug raid leader on the weekends, right? Where I would just pick up random people in Stormwind and be like, get in my raid group. And like I'd take people and run them through raids and stuff that they never would get to do because they weren't part of an actual guild. But I think ultimately the thing that probably had the biggest effect on my mental health was actually probably Mass Effect. And I don't feel like anybody's talked about games like Mass Effect before, or like Skyrim, right? Because to me, they kind of have the same vibe. But yeah, Mass Effect had a huge impact on my life. Like my backpack is Mass Effect. My daughter's name is Tali. She's named after a character in the video game, right? Like it had a mega impact on me. And if you don't know about Mass Effect, we could talk about it later. But cool. Are you guys ready for the next question?
Let's go.
All right. We'll do another good one, and then we'll do a little funny one, okay? So be honest. Are you guys logging in to relax or to kind of get emotionally destroyed sometimes? And like, do you know when you're in the mood for which one, and what do you go for when you are? Anybody want to go first? No? Nobody? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel
It
like
all depends on my day.
Yeah.
All honesty, it does.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is there a game that you guys go to when you're in the mood to get like pushed, right, emotionally? Like I can tell you the one for me is 100% Overwatch. If I want to get salty and yelly and screamy at people, I'm like, you guys want to play some Overwatch? But like, you know, is there a game any of you guys have that you go to when you're in that mood, right?
Overwatch.
Everybody's like Overwatch. When you choose
Overwatch,
Yeah.
Helldivers, any of that kind of like really intense, like
Yeah.
just take my mind off of whatever I'm going through, please, you know?
I woke up and chose violence today, right?
It's kind of different now, like, because we're so integrated into this community already. But like before, like, I would get home from work and Opal would be like, "Okay, are we chill vibes or are we like need stimulation vibes?"
Yep.
And then that would depend if we were either playing, you know, Fishing Planet, or if we're playing Bloons. You missed it the other day, Link. I was trying to show you the chaos that becomes Bloons, but
Okay, I'm so sorry.
no, it's all good. We will get you there again.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. And by the way, chat, if you're in there, go ahead and jump in too. Answer the questions as well, and we'll hit on those if anybody in chat wants to participate and answer the questions we're asking as well. Go for it. We're in for the chat. Cool. Here's a good one, and I don't know if you guys are going to be able to remember a specific one because I fly off the handle and everybody knows that. What is the most unhinged thing you've ever done or said in a game lobby?
Sorry.
I just want to say I'm a changed man.
War
I'm a
Thunder?
changed man. I don't want to talk about it.
He's like, pass. Hard pass.
Call of Duty, back in the day, that's all I can really say. Or League of Legends, drunk League of Legends back in high school.
Okay.
Definitely, yeah. No, just toxic vibes. Nothing but toxicity there.
Torva also said War Thunder and World of Warships is his hostile game, so that makes sense. But yeah, what is the most?
I want to.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to share one from Fishing Planet because it was right before we joined Anglers Anonymous.
Okay.
And we were practicing for the 5 Best Bass Challenge, and we were in like a public lobby. Opal, I don't know if you remember this, but someone like in the chat was like, "Get away from me" or something like that because Buddy was fishing too close to him, and it's like, and we were just like, okay, so Opal and I went and we started fishing right beside this guy. And then the other guy who he had complained about, like, we were all there, and then he would move and we'd all follow him, and I'm like, this is so petty. And then after that, we got invited to Anglers Anonymous, and we're like, we can't act like that anymore.
We have to clean up our act now. Demon Maid says I played.
Demon Maid knows exactly what I'm talking
Demon Maid
about.
said I played League of Legends for 12 plus years and pleads the 5th. League of Legends is the ultimate toxic salt factory. Yeah. All right, Shrub. What is Shrub? I don't want to pick on you because you're always talking about pulling people's hair and stuff in Fishing Planet. But
I do.
What is the most unhinged thing you can remember doing or saying in a game lobby?
Oh Lord, I don't know that I want to say it. Skip, pass.
Skip. I'll tell you one of the. Can I? Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, go. No, go. Skip, pass. You.
I'll tell you some of that. So I've had a lot of those moments where, like similar to what Auntie was saying in games like Fishing Planet, where I can, anybody who knows me knows that I could talk to like a wall and the paint will become my friend, right? So like we picked a random guy one night in Fishing Planet, and it was like me and a couple other people, and we started like not picking on him, but we started kind of like heckling him. And then like into the heckling of me being an ass to this person, right? Just for funsies being an ass to a random guy. Like he DMs me and he starts talking to me about like his life and about how he's having a hard time and he needs support and his name is Shannon. And then I start talking to him like a friend, and then Shannon and I became friends, and literally I was dancing in front of him, waving like a trout in his face and shit in the game, like being a dick. And this guy was just like, oh my god, it's so nice to have someone to talk to. And I was like, I was literally trying to get you to like hate me. And he's just like, can we be friends now? And I was like, okay, I guess we're friends now. But like I've done some crazy stuff like that in the game, and it's just been a wild ride, right? So cool. All right. So, on to the next, right? Here we get into some real stuff. So, have you guys ever used gaming as a coping mechanism? And did it actually help you?
I'm not currently going through that with Windbros.
Do tell.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do tell.
I mean, you guys kind of know, but like, I'll definitely talk about that. I've been staying up like way too, like sometimes like until like 12 noon the next day, just playing Windrose, and it's like not good. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's helping, but I know it's not helping. Like, I gotta be productive. So.
Yeah.
I do it on a regular.
Yeah. Does it help?
I do think it helps.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it does.
Yeah. I'm very hard to get into a game.
Me on a regular.
I get that, Goat. I totally get that. What about you, Auntie? Do you have one or a game, or have you ever used it as a mega coping mechanism?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, when I moved here, and like we were living in a different place too that was very isolated, so, and I didn't fit in with the locals. It was either gambling or drinking were my choices, and I didn't really care for either, so but yeah, I definitely, there was times where like if I didn't have the game to go to, like I don't know where I would have ended up. I don't know if I would have survived the move. So yeah, I was thankful for that. And like I said, a lot of times it was Fortnite. I can't remember what else we got into after that. Actually, it was really funny. We were watching someone from The Lost Woods streaming the other day, and they were playing, what the heck was it? The car one with the balls.
Rocket League.
Yes.
Yeah, it was Rocket League.
That was the first game that Opal and crew told me to download, so I did, and then they got out of it. So I've never actually played it.
It's a wild ride. It is a wild ride of a game.
Yeah, I'm bad for that.
Yeah.
Yo, download this game. It's the new big thing, and then
that is Opal. Yep. I've spent
my body is a machine that turns Steam sales into unplayed games. Okay.
I'm gonna send you a meme later of the boyfriend meme where the guy is like walking with his girlfriend and he like goes to look at another chick and the other guy like holds his hand out and blocks him, and it's like my Steam library backlog, and it's blocking the guy from looking at his Steam sale instead of at the girl, right? It's hilarious.
Hey,
yeah.
That was from one of our meetings, and I made that
meme. That's right, you did make that meme, and it was amazing. Yeah, we're gonna do that for another hashtag join a meeting. We'll do a make it meme night one of these nights. That's one of the best meetings we've ever done. It was so fun. Everybody ragged on Link for like an hour though at the end. All right, here we go. Ready? And I know you guys each have a lot to talk about this one. I know we've talked about some of it already, but it's totally okay to elaborate more. But give me a moment where a game or a community had a genuine impact on improving your mental health. Discovered gaming. I lived in a nursing home for a year. Oh, Torva. Yeah. That's good. All right, who wants to go?
I gotta think for a sec.
I can go first if you'd like.
For sure.
Okay. I have agoraphobia, and for those of you that don't know what agoraphobia is, it's fear to leave the house. Okay. I literally was not able to even step out onto my front porch at one point. And along with that, I was like, I would be so isolated that even being around my family members, I couldn't have more than like one family member in the same room with me at a time. I would have to get up and leave. The community interacting with you guys, and you guys are so amazing and so helpful. You have no idea. I am such a big part of my family now. I can be in a room with everybody in my family all at one time. I can leave my house. I can actually drive myself into town now. Big strides for me. And it's happened all within this year that I'm able to do some of these things now that I haven't been able to do in years. Yeah, I'm fine, honey. I'm in a podcast, baby. I'm fine. Huh?
That's awesome, though. That's super awesome.
No.
Oh, gosh.
I don't. Hold on.
You're okay. Take your time. All right, Auntie, do you have one? Oh, sorry, you're muted. You're muted. Ah, there you go. There
Sorry,
you go.
my in-laws are here and it's very loud.
That's okay.
So
That's okay. You're fine. It's totally fine.
I was also saying that I'm totally blanking on the question right now.
Okay, that's all right. It's a moment where a gamer community had a genuine impact on your mental health, and for the positive, right?
Yeah. No, I think a lot of what I've spoken about already, like that, finding that community. And it's crazy how much the communities like change over time. Like there's very few people from when I first started that I interact with now, but it's taught me to not be afraid of opening up to this community and finding new people. Like I remember when Opal got me playing Fishing Planet, and then he was just like, oh, you got to meet Shrubs, like she's great, she'll teach you lots of stuff. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I can handle like meeting new people again. And then I started like going into Shrubs Twitch streams, and it was like I felt like family right off the bat. Like the first time that I talked in chat, like I was so welcomed, and I loved it. And then thank you, Reaper.
And then Torba, we'll talk about your stuff in just a second too. So go ahead.
And then from there, like we got introduced to Link, and then Opal was going through some stuff, and I was like, hey, like, you know, maybe try chatting with Shrubs. And then Shrubs talked about the community that you were starting, and it's just incredible. Like how it's funny because like I feel like some people have gotten a little jealous of the time that I spent here. But it's also gotten people like Sunny, who's in our group, is someone in my personal life that I hang out with in real life, and I had kept my online persona separate because I didn't want... I can be myself here, and I feel like because of my role as a therapist, as a professional, I have to put a mask on so much in real life. So it was nice to have a place where I didn't have to do that, and then having a community where I feel like, hey, I can bring people in now, like, and it's, I don't know, it's awesome. And I really appreciate it.
Yeah, so Torva says the gaming community's made it so they're able to be not awkward around people their own age. They just find it super difficult to interact with people around their same age. Torva, do you mind answering? Is that more like you were more comfortable with people older than you? Just by nature, or what do you like? Was it more of a younger generation, or just like what was your comfort zone more of before you were able to get more comfortable with people, right? And like, yeah, mental health and the Fishing Planet. Fishing Planet is both for me in these questions, so it's a little bit of good and bad. Comes with all the bells and whistles. Oh.
I am so sorry.
You don't have to be sorry. You're fine.
My basement just flooded again.
Oh no, that's okay. You gotta go take care of what you gotta take care of.
I do apologize, y'all.
Don't apologize. You're fine. Life happens. All right. Thank you, Shrub. We'll see you in a little bit.
Thanks, Shrub.
Thank you. See you later. I do want to give a shout out. So Reaper, the shout out's working. By the way, we need to shout out Shrub. I don't know, because she hasn't really talked in chat, so I don't know if maybe Reaper. I don't know if you have time, Reaper. Go, you guys can do that. Yeah, older people. I was kind of kept under a rock as a child, especially during my teen years. I totally get that. I was isolated during my childhood and teen years, and I kind of grew up. Thank you. Thanks for the shout. That's Shrub, everybody. Shrub is amazing. Fantastic member of the community. Just a great person. Please go check out Shrub. And you know, she'll teach you everything in Fishing Planet. Is just a chill ass person. But yeah, I get that, Torva. I grew up with a very adult sense of understanding of comedy and science fiction, and because that's all the content I got, right? I didn't get kid content, I got adult content. And so I grew up on that and just reading, isolating and reading in my room. I got in trouble for doing my 4th grade book report on Cujo and then The Stand by Stephen King, and I'm pretty sure that they thought I was going to become a serial killer. So, yeah. All right, next question. You guys ready? This one I think a lot of you guys are going to answer, and I know that we already have genuine answers. But have you made real friendships through gaming that actually mattered to you offline? What do you guys think? Yes. Oh my god, yes.
Sure, yeah.
All right.
There's definitely like a more intimate one that's kind of funny. One of my best friends from high school, like, do you remember like the buzz of Among Us where everyone was playing it for like a minute?
Yep.
We totally ran into like this random girl that was also living in Canada, but like the complete opposite end of Canada, and like my best friend who'd never had a girlfriend in his life, like totally just matched up, and they've been together ever since. Like, he moved across the country for her. It was nuts.
That's so cool. That's so adorable. Yeah, I know Shrub dipped out, but Shrub's got a lot of personal relationships, right, that I know she'd want to talk about. But what about you, Auntie?
Well, considering as we were like waiting to get started, I gave an open invitation for fishing for you and Shrubs.
Yeah, get over here.
I feel like from this community specifically that there's definitely going to be some. It's kind of funny because it's not really like this type of like computer gaming, but I used to play this game on my phone. It was called Kingdoms of Camelot. Shout out if anyone's played that.
Hashtag download. I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I think it does.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Yeah. Anyways, there was like the different groups that you were in, and there was a bunch of people from like, ironically, there was someone like in my town that was in the same group as us, and then so I ended up like hanging out with that person, and then there was one person that him and I got really close, and it was always like just strictly friendship, and he lived in Minnesota, and I was going through a really tough time like with a relationship, and he's like, hey, like, why don't you come for a visit? So I have only flown, that was the first time I was flying by myself, so I go to the airport and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, scared about going through security, scared about getting on a plane. I freaking land in Minnesota, and I'm like, I'm meeting some random fucking stranger off the internet in a different country, but it was great. We had a lot of time. He took me to Little Canada, so that was cool. But
yeah,
and like we're still like, we're not as close as we used to be, but we still definitely keep in touch once in a while. So like that's
so cool.
Been like 15 years now. So
that's amazing. Yeah, I know, Goat, Torva, Halo, everybody's like, yes, right? And I think one of the cool things is, like, I promise I'm not going to continue to plug, like, what we're trying to do. Minnesota isn't real, it's just a Midwest condition. Welcome to chat, Faloo! way to enter. Faloo, legendary first chat. Oh my god. Okay. So anyways, that was amazing. But I was gonna say, like, I know one of the biggest things that we wanted to, thanks, Faloo, one of the biggest things we wanted to do when we started the Lost Woods, right, was that there's so much going on with the generations nowadays and in society and the way that we communicate that, like, more and more people, especially in our age group or younger, are developing the most important friendships and relationships they have in their lives with not physical people. And like, I know that sounds awful to explain, but I hope you guys understand what I'm saying, is that like my closest friendships in life, other than like, you know, my Meg and people like that. Yeah. Aw. We can do it though, Demon. We'll talk, right? But like the most intimate relationships that I have are my online friends and the people I talk to online, right? I spend more time with people online than I do in person, and that's more and more and more common these days. And it's hard to explain that to the older generations too. Like trying to explain that to someone in their 50s and 60s. Like, no, my friends are all over the world. They're in a million different states, right? And like they're like, what do you mean you don't have real conversations with these people face to face? Like, how are you fighting with somebody online? Like, you can't fight with someone if you don't do it in person. Like, no, you totally can.
Just turn your computer off. Bro.
Yeah, just get out of there. But yeah, so that's one of the biggest things that the Lost Woods wanted to do, was to let people know it's okay to have those digital relationships and to treat them well and to establish them, because those people do mean as much to you in your life as real people do. The relationship isn't quite ever going to be the same, but does it matter to you just as much? Yes. And that connection is real, right? So cool. Yeah, Demon Maid, I totally get that. When you lose a friend group, it's hard, dude. Yes, it makes finding like-minded people much easier at the expense of developing real-world social skills. Agreed. And that's one of the things that we want to help with too, is get you into a voice chat with people, work on your social anxiety so that you feel comfortable around people and being yourself, right? And like learn to have those interactions. I get a raft of crap. Oh, for not having proper physical friends. Oh, yeah. Exactly. It's hard to people don't understand, right? But a lot of us people that spend most of our time online, like, we don't have a lot of real life friends. We have like a bajillion internet friends, right? But yeah. Okay. We're gonna go through just a couple more. We'll do a couple funny ones, but let's do one. What does gaming give you that real life sometimes doesn't?
Anger control.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, sometimes you just gotta go beast mode in like Overwatch, and you just gotta take out all your frustrations on
Some poor stranger.
Stupid. Yeah. some stupid
People that want
Winton,
me around.
right? Like.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that, Goat. I totally get that.
I think kind of going back to what I said before, like that unmasking, like I said, because I work in a professional setting, I have to act a certain way. Even in my personal time when I'm not at work, like if I'm out in the community, I'm constantly under a microscope having to act a certain way. Like, when I first started my career, I worked in a treatment center and I was allowed to go out and drink, but if I saw a client there, I had to leave. And it was like,
yeah, it's
just so it's nice to have just a community where I can just be myself, my ADHD autistic self. It's nice.
I love it. So Torvis says gaming's given them the ability to release anger out, plus it's also helped them to multitask better, along with making certain decisions on the fly. I like that. Yeah. I think that gaming, Auntie, I had a very similar situation with you where I was the big bad multi-million-dollar business owner, and like I had 500 employees at one point, and everything I did in public mattered. I couldn't go to the mall with my fiance or my husband or whatever, I couldn't go to the mall without somebody going like, oh my God, hi. Like, I used to work with you at this store, or like, you came and you helped me on a community event and stuff like that. And so it was very hard for me to ever let down the happy, peppy, perky, social person, right? Whereas in gaming and online gaming, I could literally just be the goofy, crazy me. I could say what I wanted to when I wanted to say it, obviously without crossing lines. But like, I could be the me that I wanted to be without having to constantly be worried of my career being impacted, right? Or something along those lines. So yeah, I feel like it did that a lot. So yeah. Okay. All right, you guys ready for the next one? Okay.
Absolutely.
This one is where we're gonna get real. Ready? Have you ever had your mental health get worse because of gaming?
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
Have you ever played Overwatch?
What else? Bring it on.
Have you ever played RuneScape at 4 in the morning with no friends online? Bro.
Absolutely, Goat says.
Trees.
Absolutely, Goat says.
Bro.
Cool. What up, Bobby? Cool. Welcome in, dude.
But also,
Bobby. Yeah.
the cure for that is like 4 a.m. Skyrim. You know, there's something about that just hits so different.
Yeah.
You see the Northern Lights, chilling out with some Nirnroot, roll it up, you know.
They're playing War Thunder for 2 hours a day for nearly 10 years straight. Demon says RuneScape in the WC Guild at 5 a.m. alone on the Redwoods. Yep.
Yeah, in the Woodcutting Guild. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, except I'm dumb as hell and I did magic trees because I wanted the money instead of the XPs.
Yeah. Cool.
Also, hi, Bobby.
Bobby. Yeah. Okay, cool. Has my mental health ever gotten worse than gaming? Absolutely. Absolutely. For various reasons, right? And I think it's going to tie into the next question. So we'll go with that. So we'll just kind of tie them together. And that is, what is the most toxic experience you've had in a gaming community?
Have you played Overwatch?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
Not sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag Moira Main. Hashtag best support for life.
Gosh.
Rainbow Six Siege, Goat says. Rainbow Six. Yeah. Has my mental health ever been worse in gaming and a toxic experience? Yes. Have you ever played League of Legends, Torva says?
Yeah.
Yes. I feel like the thing is like a lot of getting my address doxed on.
Oh my god.
You got doxed? Oh no, Demon.
And
Someone
someone
showing up to
showed
your
up?
house? Whoa. Okay, that's
crazy.
that's insanity right there,
That
Demon.
takes
Holy
the
moly. Yeah.
That's you get first place.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I feel like you're definitely that's a health and safety issue. Sorry, my dog is trying to hand me his jellyfish. So, here you go, Spirit. There you go, puppies. I feel
I'm
like
glad you're safe. I'm
Yeah.
glad you're alive
Yeah.
today.
dude, yeah, no murder,
Absolutely.
right? I think a lot of gaming communities have a mix of both, right? Fishing Planet, I would say, the surface level. I know, thank God, no murder. Fishing Planet, very, very surface level, is one of the best communities I've ever been part of. When I first started streaming Fishing Planet, the community was so welcoming, so engaging. That's how I met Boats and Peaceful and all these friends that I used to wake up at like 5 in the morning and all I would do was fish with these guys, right? Like they were my chill every day, and I would look forward to it every day. You know, Relic and Chuck and all these people that I consider my best friends in life I got from playing Fishing Planet. Have I also met some of the worst people on the internet from Fishing Planet? Yes. And yeah, Falou just nailed it on the head. It's a politically heavy community and the tourney and comp scene. And when you get into those intricate levels in Fishing Planet with people, it gets salty and dodgy and people hold grudges and secrets. And if you accidentally share a secret, then it's a problem, right? Or if you help somebody that's not part of your... I'm so sorry. If you help somebody that's not part of your club... then it's a problem, right? And how dare you? Or if somebody makes it to a semi-final or a final and they're like, you don't deserve to be there because someone helped you get there, or you could never have done that on your own. Someone had to give you a mix for that, right? Like that nastiness is under the surface. But 80 to 90% of Fishing Planet is one of the best communities you're ever going to find, right? And that's how it is with a lot of communities. World of Warcraft, I had very toxic experiences, and I had some of the best experiences I ever had in gaming in World of Warcraft. And I think that every community has that. Some more than others, right? Like League of Legends is known to be one of the most toxic communities on the planet.
Absolutely. I can speak up in chat banned multiple times, you know.
Yeah. So like I feel like your mental health kind of depends on what community you wind up in at the time. And what's going on with your community, right? I've been the happiest I've ever been in games, like I said, like WoW and Fishing Planet, and I've also been the most miserable in gaming I've ever been in those same two games, and it's very polar opposite. So yeah, I think
another thing with that too that I have found in a lot of online spaces is for women, and I hate to go there, but when playing Overwatch, noticed when my name was Here's Auntie, and then I changed it to a non-gender identifying, and I get treated way differently in chat. And it is wild, because I even noticed that even like little things in Fishing Planet, like I'll be fishing by myself and some guy will come stand right in front of me to fish, and it's like,
why?
That kind of toxicity a lot of times can really get to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
So
World of Tanks,
Yeah.
Roll Thunder, League of Legends, Rainbow Six community, extremely toxic community. Yeah. I'm glad that Fishing Planet has made you happy, Demon. It is, like I said, the community in Fishing Planet, 80-90%, one of the best communities you're ever gonna get to. But I've also met the worst people I've ever met on the internet in Fishing Planet at the same time too. So it's like right? But it is a good community, and even people that do bad are good sometimes. So it's like it's interesting. Okay. Have you guys ever stayed in a community longer than you should have and realized it too late that you stayed in a community longer than you should have in gaming?
Yep.
Aw, Fishing Planet makes me bored and happy at the same time. Fair. It is fishing. Just saying. But yeah, have you guys ever stayed in a community and then been like, I should have left prior?
I can definitely say for this one. There was someone from the very early days of when I got onto Twitch.
Oh, I know.
I don't know if people know who, but one of the
who you're
people that
talking about.
Yeah. And so it was a weird thing. It was someone who was local to like our area.
Mm-hmm.
And I stayed in there longer because we had a connection. So my mom's passed away and there was a family connection there. And so I felt like that's why I was drawn to this streamer. But they were very toxic. Their community was very toxic. Like it was one of those I don't know how to put it, but I would get like bullied in the chat basically for being there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was one that unfortunately I stayed too long.
Yeah.
Glad to not be there anymore.
I get it. It's hard, especially if there's a real life connection. It's like it's hard to walk away, right? Totally. Yeah.
Mhm.
So Bobby is playing some video games and drinking coffee. Good for you, Bobby. Heck yeah. Halo says she hasn't been in any community long
Yeah,
enough to say
we
anything
love
about
that.
it. Yeah. And then Demon Maid says no issues, and she's gonna ghost you fast if there's an issue. She's like, bye. I love it. I love it. Okay. So this will be the last like serious question, then we'll ask some goofy questions, and then I think we're pretty good there. But burnout on video games. Have you ever felt like you had to play a game instead of actually wanted to play it?
Have you ever played RuneScape?
I was gonna say, have you ever played Fishing Planet?
Have you ever played Fishing Planet in a tourney, in a guild or a
yeah,
club?
sometimes.
Yeah. And then you feel pressured too. They're like,
Yeah,
come do
sometimes you have a
practice.
catfish tourney. Sometimes you have a catfish tourney.
Are you
and
judging
stay
me
up
right now,
Way
Moho?
too late.
Are you judging me on the
No,
catfish tourney?
no,
Okay, I feel
'cause
targeted
I'm
right
just
now.
as guilty.
Yeah.
I'm just as guilty, bro.
Yeah. I feel like Bobby! I feel like Fishing Planet to me, and that's why I've been taking a much more of a back seat the last like month or so in Fishing, not more. Is yeah, it started to feel like I had to, right? It didn't feel like it felt like I had something to prove. And it felt like I had to do these things to prove myself, right? And so I went hard into the paint. I proved I could kick ass as much as everybody else. And then I was like, this isn't fun. Going this hard into the paint, staying up all night, fishing, just trying to beat some other virtual guy's ass at Paraiba on fucking the Amazon was not worth it, right? It wasn't worth it. It was fun, don't get me wrong, but it was not worth it. But yeah, StarCraft for you, nice. Don't have to get to the point, but it does happen, definitely. Yeah, exactly. Cool, cool. Are you guys ready for some fun ones? Chat! I'm counting on you guys, chat. I had a clan years ago for War Thunder where I always felt pressured to play War Thunder every day. Yeah! Yeah. Have you ever okay, side quest for a second. You guys ever gotten the message like, hey, if we don't see you get more active in the guild, club, whatever, we're gonna have to kick you? Right? That's happened to me. World of Warcraft. During the Fishing Planet Club season, I felt like I had to play all comps and tourneys to get enough points to win digital prizes. Exactly, Faloo. Like, it feels like you have to. It's more of a chore. But it's, you know, we all come back to it, though. We're all addicted. All right. Like, I really want to play Faz right now, but I feel like Ace and Boats are burnt out. Yeah, I totally get that. I want to play Faz, too, just to see more janky animations. Hashtag update. Hashtag not sponsored. Okay, so here's some funny ones. In chat, I really want to hear you guys give me some good ones if you're willing to. What is your most embarrassing gaming moment that you can remember? Like, when you were mortified by something in gaming. You guys, that one?
Mortifyingly embarrassed.
Embarrassing moment in gaming.
I'm gonna have to dig deep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to like reflect on some repressed memories for this one.
I've got one for that. Yes. Any game Demon says that she starts losing sleep for is not good for her, by the way. For me, World of Warcraft. Obviously, I keep talking about it, but I was a huge WoW player. I was a prop pally, main tank for my guild. And like I said, I would pug all the time. So I had this reputation of kind of being like a raid leader on the server and all these things. And a whole bunch of people talked me up to a bunch of people doing Tolbarad. Which, if you know about Tolbarad, it's like a one-boss fucking PvP raid that you get for winning the PvP on the island of Tolbarad. If you're Horde or Alliance, depending on who owns the island, you get to do the raid, right? So if the Alliance wins the PvP fight, you get to do that raid. You get to get the loot for the week, etc. So, we were doing Tolbarad, and a whole bunch of people were like, get Link in here. She's a badass fucking tank. Bring her in here. And, like, all these people were fucking... This was a huge raid, by the way. And so I get in there, and we wipe, and we wipe, and we wipe on this one fucking easy-ass boss. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Okay, so there's a thing when you're a prop pally. Righteous Fury, you turn on, holds the aggro. I forgot to turn that on because I'd been playing in Ret Spec, and I had forgotten to turn the aggro back on. So I got kicked and talked shit about all over fucking trade chat and Stormwind for like the next 5 days about how shitty of a tank I was because I couldn't hold fucking aggro on one boss in Tolbarad. And I know this sounds silly, but I was mortified. Because I was like, I have a good tank. Oh, I'm so sorry, Shroom. I'm sorry about your water line. We miss you. We miss you. Thank you. But yeah,
no.
That's my, you can't think of one right
terrible.
now? Oh, that's okay. But yeah, that was my embarrassing story is because I literally, like, being talked shit about in chat on a very active PvP roleplay server in World of Warcraft, one of the biggest ones. Emerald Dream, by the way. And having a bunch of people in the entire Alliance side be like, nah, dude, that bitch sucks as a tank. Yeah, no, that hurt. That hurt my reputation and it hurt my feelings. But yeah, anyways, that was my embarrassing WoW story. Sorry. My feelings.
Yeah, well, you just triggered some for me.
Yeah.
'Cause, we'll stick with Blizzard.
Yeah. Let's go.
Because I thought of two. So one again was with Overwatch. I was like, I wanted to try and do better at playing like the comp, which I know is very toxic. And the game put me in with a crew that was all gold, and I don't think I had a rank yet. And I was tank, and it was terrible. Because as soon as you said tank, I thought of that, and I'm like, oh yeah, they were freaking ripping me in the chat. Like, and I'm just like, I didn't say a thing, because I was like, they're not wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just it sucks. Like you don't think you're gonna get hit that much by your feels when you're playing an online game, but it hurts, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Opal, I'm surprised you're not talking about like Call of Duty, getting shit talked in Call of Duty chats.
Yeah, I really can't think of anything off the top of my head other than just being cocky and overconfident and being like, all right, guys, I'm going to carry us, and then dying seconds later, right? Like classic. But I really can't think of anything that I've like, oh man, like, shit.
Yeah. All right, okay. We'll do 2 more of this one. And then I've got 2 more of this category, right? And then we'll do like one big kind of like existentially one. But my big one for everybody in chat as well is, have you ever cried over a game? If so, what game and why?
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever cried over a game?
Bro, when I finished The Witcher Blood and Wine, bro, I legitimately cried. I had no idea what to do after. I just felt like there was nothing to do with my life afterwards. You know what I mean?
You fell into a hole.
It was so good.
Yeah. I get that for sure.
Yeah.
Also, my
10 out of 10 game.
Stream is buffering. I don't know if it's lost ourselves, but it looks like. We'll see. Okay. But yeah, what about you, Auntie? Do you have a game that you cried over?
I'm pretty sure everyone who played Stray, the very first opening scene, if you didn't cry, you're a monster. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I think back to, so I also played Minecraft beta.
Mm-hmm.
And back in the day, mine is Overwatch.
Mine is Overwatch. Yeah.
So back in the day, you had to like, I don't know if anyone remembers where you had to like, you could only use wool for different colored blocks and you'd have to dye it all.
Yep.
So I had went, cause my tag was Stinky Purple Dino. So I built this house. I put like a hot tub with lava under the water. And then I had built this beautiful like pixel art purple dinosaur. I was so proud of it. And I had to like collect all that yarn and dye that yarn. So I had just finished it and I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was a creeper came up and exploded and let out the lava and my house started burning. And I couldn't do anything. So like me and the people I was playing on the server with, we literally just sat there and watched my dinosaur burn. And I legit cried because that was a lot of work.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm so sorry if my stream is buffering too, by the way, guys. I don't know what it's doing, but I'm hoping we're hanging in there. So I'm hoping we're still okay. Hoping. I don't know if you guys can see it still, but I'm hoping it is. We're gonna keep going though. Okay, so game that I've cried over a lot of games actually. I feel like I'm with Opal, and sometimes when you finish a game, you feel like there's a void because you spent so much time in a game, right? And you've invested so much of it, and it just feels like what you were doing every day after work or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Lost at this point, kind of frozen. Oh wait, oh now it says live.
It's still showing up on mine.
Okay, just making sure.
Mine's showing up still. So
I'm so sorry. Okay. But yeah, I feel like that void, like coming home every day after work and looking forward to my days off when I was a night shift manager in Stockton, driving from Citrus Heights in California, which is like an hour plus drive there, an hour plus day or back, and I was working like 13-hour, 14-hour shifts. All I would do when I would get home from work is drink vodka and play Skyrim, or on my days off I would drink more vodka and play Skyrim. But that was all I would do. I was by myself, and it was what filled the void, right? So cool. Okay, let's do one more funny-ish one, and then we'll do one existentially one, and then we'll just kind of close up. But what's your toxic gamer trait?
I don't know if you
No, you're good.
If you saw a Demon Maid's comment as well.
My art clan dissolved after we all played 9,000 hours together. That's sad though. That's a loss. Yeah, that's a mega loss. But yeah, for sure. Yeah. Oh, yours is fine? Okay, cool. I just don't, my internet sometimes hates me, so, it hates us. But yeah, anyways, so, cool. Toxic gamer trait. Who's got a toxic gamer trait? And what is it?
I don't have thin patience. at all. I'm the most patient gamer that
I
has
think
ever
Auntie and I
played
just
video
both
games.
gave you the same dirty look at the same time. Yeah. Yeah. What about What about you, Auntie? Do you have a toxic game?
It's a word that you banned because I said it while playing Fishing Planet yesterday.
Fair. Very fair. My toxic,
favorite word is
That's a yep. Okay.
I was gonna use the acronym, but no, it's all good. You just have to.
You have to
join
know.
in.
You just gotta know.
Figure
Join
it
the
out.
crew. Yeah.
My toxic gamer. I don't know. I do get really randomly hyper competitive and salty. But I'm also like low-key sometimes passive aggressive about it. Like I'm very not scared of conflict or confrontation. Anybody who knows me knows that. But at the same time, with certain people, I choose the passive aggressive route because I hate to say it, sometimes I feel like it's gonna do more damage to them, and that makes me happy inside. And I know that's evil, but like that is my toxic gamer trait, right? For sure. Demon's laughing. Like, why do this abruptly when I can just eat away at you slowly over time? That. Okay. Let's do this then. I changed my mind. We're gonna do a couple more. But how has your guys' relationship with gaming changed over time?
I would love to jump on that one for you.
For sure.
So, I used to be a snob. I used to be gamers are stinky loser nerds. And I am now a stinky loser nerd, and I love it.
Welcome.
Especially catch me at like I'm lucky with my job. I get 2 weeks off at Christmas. I pretty sure I only showered once in that time. Don't judge me. But yeah, it was I used to be like snob is the best word for it. Like I definitely was judgy, and I even had a bit of trouble with myself even when I started getting into it. I'm like, oh my god, like I'm one of them now. It's so bad. And now it's just like and now it's funny because like I was kind of saying before we started stream that I like advocate for gaming community now because I see the difference of it, because like media likes to focus on the bad stuff. So like you hear about the toxicity in games and like people telling others to, you know, do whatever, like saying hurtful things, but they don't highlight the good that happens in the communities. And we were kind of laughing because I was saying how in my role there's times where I have talked with parents and they're like, oh, like my kid thinks that they're gonna make money playing video games, and I'll be like, well, I make money playing video games.
Yeah, legit.
And like the look I get is like, what? Because especially because of my role, they don't expect me to say, like, whenever I'm in class and we're like introducing themselves and they're like, say something like interesting, and I'm like, I play video games to like for self-care. And a lot of times even people in my field are like, what?
For sure.
So I've come 180, I guess 180, and now I'm also pushing back on that narrative as well. So
I love it. Opal, what about you?
How's my take on gaming changed over the years? I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I attach myself to a lot of older games. Mainly because, well, a lot of the times they're cheaper, but gaming these days has turned into more of like a money trap. Like it really feeds into like the loot boxes. Like you gotta get the microtransactions, you gotta buy the DLC, like and gaming really, it used to be like an escape for people, and these days it's really just how much more money do you have than the other guy, right? Like So I mean, I'd like to say that I enjoy gaming more these days, but it's hard when it feels like everything is just surrounded by money all the time.
Yeah. I really want to piggyback on what Auntie was saying too earlier, as well as what you're saying. Was my entire take on gaming has changed since I realized that, like I was saying, the connection in people in this day and age has completely changed. The way that society, younger generations work, like socially interact with people, is not the same, and the generations that are older than us don't understand it. They will never understand it because it didn't exist for them, and that's not bad. Not like they don't want to. They literally, it's like unfathomable to them, right? Like, you don't have real friends. No, we don't have real friends. Like, we didn't grow up in a small town. We grew up in a town of 1 million people, and our only real connection to people was online, and they just don't understand. And so my relationship with gaming has changed in that now I understand that there is such a void and a need for something like what we're doing with the Lost Woods, a place for people to literally come forward and be like, dude, I'm struggling with drinking, I'm struggling with depression, I'm struggling with anxiety, and not have a group of online people be like, shut up, bitch, like, learn to shoot, right? Or whatever game you're playing. Like, come to a group where you can literally come in and be like, dude, I'm having a shitty fucking day. I feel like shit. I'm super depressed. Like, I really struggled to just brush my teeth today. And you've got a bunch of people in a group that are going to be like, dude, me fucking too. I haven't showered in 3 days. You want to get on Overwatch for a minute and kill people so we feel better, right? Unalive, sorry. But you get what I'm saying, right? Like, it's, we want to, I feel like now I have, like, now that we understand there's this void and this gap and this need, that we need to fill it. And we need to offer this as a like a model for people to, you know, take and grow on themselves in other communities, or grow ourselves to help people feel like they can be honest about what they got going on, and that they don't feel like they have to just be alone when they're in a depressive rut for 3 days, right? Like, you can come in a little bit at a time if you need to, or whatever, or, you know, like, hey, I just got done being on a bender and I'm coming down and I don't have anywhere to go, I feel like garbage, and I don't want to be alone. Cool, we got you, right? And I feel like that void, having been identified, has changed my relationship with gaming. I wanna connect people more and let them know that gaming can be a healing net, to connect you to people of like-mindedness, or that are suffering with the same things, or have suffered prior to things, and can help you get through it, right? Like, having a network of people that have fought the sobriety battle and are winning, right? People that can help you with ways to deal with anxiety and stuff it's very important to me now, and it's changed, and I love that. So cool. Last question to everybody: what do you wish gaming spaces understood about mental health? And that'll be like our closing topic, or closing question.
It's okay to suck, bro. I mean, in the nicest way possible, you know what I mean? Like, it's okay to not be the greatest player on the team. You're there to have fun, right? Like, you don't have to feel bad because you didn't get the most damage in the game. You don't have to feel bad because you didn't get the most heals. None of that shit matters. What matters is, like, are you having fun playing the game? And are you enjoying the people, the company, the people that you're playing with?
Yeah. I think that's, you nailed it. That's, if it's not fun and you're not enjoying it and you're not getting something out of it, or challenging yourself, right? Like Shrubs was saying earlier, right? She challenges herself mentally, and that helps her get better. Like, if we're not getting something out of the gaming experience, then it's not the experience for you, right? And it's not the community for you. So, yeah, cool. All right, well, first thing I gotta say is thank you guys, for one. Thank you, Shrubs. I know, Shrub, you're dealing with a flooded basement, which is shitty. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Auntie, program manager in the Lost Woods, and Opal, one of the first members of the Lost Woods community. Thank you guys so much for hopping on here and spending time and sharing and opening up. and I appreciate it. We will be doing a lot more podcasts going forward, as well as some game nights that we'll be doing on here as our community, so you can get to know our folks. But yeah, I appreciate everybody who stopped by, anybody who wanted to, come check us out and give us time of day. We will be posting on YouTube and doing some stuff like that. But if you are interested in checking out the Lost Woods, maybe coming to a meeting or a game night or a movie night or an activity night, I do believe !Discord will give you the link to the Discord. As well as, thank you guys so much. And also we have Facebook, we've got our YouTube, like I said, and obviously we have the Twitch picture, so you guys are here. But yeah, come on in. Check us out. There's no obligation ever, like I said, to ever take part in a meeting or jump in a voice chat or anything. We are literally just here to offer resources and help if you need it. And yeah, everybody is welcome. So thank you guys so much. Appreciate you. I do want to raid. Who are we going to raid? Shrub, are you live? Are you live by any chance?
We also, I think Opal was going to sing happy birthday to Nooner.
Yeah. Sing happy birthday to Nooner.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to
you. Yeah.
Happy birthday.
But yeah, I appreciate you guys so much. If you have any ideas for topics too, for more podcasts or things you want to see, hit us up. Let us know. Because like I said, we're gonna make this like a, maybe not a weekly thing, but maybe like a bi-weekly. It kind of depends on our availability and stuff, but we're gonna try and get a schedule out there for you guys. If you guys liked it and enjoyed it, appreciate you. You guys have been phenomenal. Who are we rating? Somebody help me. What are we doing?
Panicking.
Yeah. We've got a few people out there. Shrubs, do you have anybody? If not, we've got I have somebody. Hold on 2 seconds. Buddy! I'm not logged into my Twitch, so I can't see all the people I normally follow. So I'm a little bit at a loss here. I'm logged into this Twitch, but what we'll do really quick is we will go raid our friend, who's actually a member of the Lost Woods as well. This is our friend. We'll go raid him really quick. This is Assassin Reaper, formerly known as Lorky and a few other people. But yeah, I mean, that would have, oh, Sugar Plum was going. I didn't know that. Oh, dang it, go. 2 seconds too late. Oh, well, we'll do the next ones. But anyways, we'll go raid Assassin. Actually, who do you... here. Okay, what? I'm getting messages. Fun. Wait, go. Sugar? Anime would be fun. Anime would be fun, an anime conversation. But we're gonna go raid Assassin tonight, and then we will go from there. But yeah, thanks again, guys. You guys have been fantastic. I appreciate you guys. I hope this wasn't too terrible for everybody. Sorry, my dog is stealing
No, this
background.
was awesome.
Cool. All right, see you guys later.
Don't
We're
forget
gonna
to
raid.
follow.
Yeah, follow. And join the Lost Woods if you haven't. If you don't want to, if you want to hang out with us, we're crazy. Appreciate you guys. Bye. Sorry, I always wait a second to make sure the raids go through. Okay, cool. All right. Woo-hoo!